And hello, everybody. Welcome back to Realness with three S's. I am your host here, Chantele. Francis here with my lovely co-host. We have
Brazil.
Hi, Brazil. So if this is your first time on Realness, well then welcome. Make sure you have subscribed right down below. We talk on this channel all about reality TV and the gossip that we love that goes along with it. And speaking of love, today we're talking about Love Island US episode 3 of season 2. I'm enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie. I was talking to another friend, and they were saying that they liked season 1 better, but I really like season 2 better. I'm more engaged. I don't know if it's because I'm paying more attention, or I know that it's not like it's not like the UK anymore. So I'm just allowing it to be its own entity. But I'm enjoying it. How are you feeling about it?
I think this is the first time I've watched it from the beginning and not trying to play catch up the whole time. So I think I'm starting to become pretty invested in a few of the couples. So it's a bit more fun for me. And I do like all the quizzes on the apps and stuff. So
yes, I do too. So yeah, we'll probably go through those while we chit chat right now. The kind of tagline for this episode, or like the announcement, was like the battle for one boy is on. Did you know who they're talking about when they are mentioning the battle?
I figured only because I knew that because I think maybe I didn't. I'm not sure.
They must have shown maybe his face. I can't actually remember, but I just remember thinking
I think I somehow knew it. It was Caitlyn and Trey and Justine. I somehow thought that was the case, but
everybody else was kind of coupled up, right? So yeah. You already have like Moira having a connection of some sort with James, and then you have what's her name?
Connor McKenzie.
With Casanova. What's his name?
Carrington.
Who did you mention? You mentioned
douchebag. Sorry. And then Rachel and Jeremiah.
Right. And then
Johnny and Sally, my faves.
Yeah. And so, so you knew that like Trey was having both of those girls. You probably didn't know whether or not he had any interest in Kirsten or no, Caitlyn.
Caitlyn. Yeah, no, they didn't show it till the beginning, but I knew that him and Justine were trying things out.
Well, so I could tell though from the beginning of this, like obviously, you know, in that tagline, it's going to be in between those two people. And then I'm just thinking about just with their signs. Like, you know, I love astrology. And so Justine is a Pisces. So you know all about Pisces. Pisces is a water sign. Pisces are emotional. Pisces can be moody. Pisces are kind of dreamers. And they're great people, but they're coming from an emotional set point. Now, Trey is a Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, that's a fire sign. And think about what happens when you mix fire and water together. You're either going to make water boil or you're going to put out fire. And so elementally, they're not necessarily going to be an ideal match. But Caitlyn, she's a Gemini, and Gemini, that's an air sign. So if you think of air and fire going together, what happens? Hot air rises. They're compatible within the elements. And so just from knowing that on its own, I feel as though he's going to choose Caitlyn. What do you think?
I think no. I think he's going to pick Justine, especially because the boys were pro Justine.
Okay. She said it here, guys, but you heard what I had to say.
I gotta have hope in one show this year. So
no hope. But so Trey and Caitlyn kiss. And like it just, I don't know. It's just, I think actually was really good looking. He was the best. He looked really cute, I thought, in this episode. I liked him wearing that little hat, and like I thought he had a vibe, and I could see what the girls were seeing in him more. Like I thought he was very, very attractive in this episode, personally. But him and Kirsten kiss, and I was like kind of a little bit uncomfortable, but like, oh, you have nice lips. Like, oh, you have nice lips. But like I felt bad for Justine in that moment because like Caitlyn is the fling and Justine is the bona fide. You know what I mean? Like, it's
And
the girl.
even Trey admits that.
And
Like, he says, like, I think Justine would be someone I could settle down with. I think he said at the end of the last episode, roughly, that he at least realized Justine's potential, that she's not a fling. And just hearing Caitlyn, and he said that he feels like he can open up to Justine. I mean, he's very comfortable with her, like talking to her about real life topics. Whereas I think him and Caitlyn are very surface level. They're just physically attracted to each other. I don't really see Caitlyn having much depth or much, to be that's why I don't mind her going, because I think she's very pretty. I think she's very nice, but I don't see her finding someone that she's gonna settle down with on this season. One, because of the boy's age, and two, because of her where she's at in life too. So I would much rather Justine stays, and I think that's how all the boys are too, which made me so happy that I was surprised. I genuinely thought that they would push him towards Caitlyn, but I was very pleased that they all realized her potential.
Yeah, for sure. So like, I think the kiss that happened was when they're playing Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I love a good game of Truth or Dare, but it's a little bit forced in this show. It seems as though they watched a season in quarantine of Love Island UK, and like, I feel like they're like, oh, this is what they do in Love Island UK, and so it does seem a little bit forced.
Or the producers told them, like, okay, you all have to sit around, because they're always playing Truth or Dare around the fire, like in the booth. You know what I mean? They could play any other game, but it's always Truth or Dare. So, and obviously people are gonna dare, I think. And then Justine said dare, and so they said to kiss Trey, right?
Yeah,
and she just like kissed him on the cheek. But I felt for the girl. I don't know.
Is Truth or Dare a crack on or a mug off in general? Wait, did I say that wrong?
I say mug off because I think they can be more original. Like, I liked the sucker blow, like, even though that's still pretty cliche, but I think it's a little bit better than, oh, I dare you to make out with that person, or you know what I mean? Like, there's only so much you can dare, and only so many questions you can ask. So I think they could do better.
Do you have another game in mind that maybe we are unaware of?
No, zero. So I'm no help, but but they can do better.
Oh my god, I remember when I was younger, this guy, he was like a regular customer at this bar restaurant that I worked at, and I never really vibed with him, but like, he had a lot of money, so you'd always have this like bunch of girls that would just hang out with him, or like the after party was always at his like mansion. And so he was a lot older than us, and he was not, in my opinion, attractive. And he would just get all these girls that are at his house at an after party to play Truth or Dare. And like, it like never fails. Every time he had an after party, he's like, hey guys, let's play Truth or Dare. And I was like, okay.
Might as well play Spin the Bottle.
He would play that too, but Truth or Dare or Spin the Bottle, both.
Yeah.
But he had like a concept of like Truth or Dare though, you know what I mean? So like,
okay, yeah.
It was like,
at least he had something to go off of, I guess. But
like,
I mean, they could do like 2 truths and a lie, or like something fun to like learn more about each other. But that's not what Love Island's about, really. So.
Well, and I don't know if they're all witty enough to think of 2 truths and a lie like really quickly. You know,
that's what I was saying. Maybe Cards Against Humanity, because I would probably want to go for someone who had the same humor as I did. So, you know what I mean. So, but I think that game wouldn't go.
I wonder if they should make a Cards Against Humanity like Lovers style, or something like, I don't know, thruple style or orgy style. I don't know.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting.
Good.
Maybe I'll invent that. So I was really, really uncomfortable with the dare of Connor being dared to lick Mackenzie's leg. Like, I mean,
he was like pointing at like the laces on her heel, and they were like, just like over it, like, what are you doing? And then yeah, nope.
It was really uncomfortable to watch, and I
But
don't
she
know.
seemed to love it. I don't know if she's playing or not, but even in her DR, she was like, woo! I'm like, what?
I think that she's playing a role right now. I don't think that she's feeling the vibe. Like, or like also like if somebody's touching you or touching your neck, like you might get the tinglies, but like I don't know if I see that passion within them. And like we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But I think that she's pretending the fact that like they're taking it slow means that the passion's going to come later. You know what I mean? I think that it's I
think
don't know.
she's aiming for to win. I think I think she thinks he'll keep her around, and I think she's willing to keep him around just to kind of win America over. But the boring couples don't really win in the end.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So we'll see. I just don't foresee them changing partners at any point. I just kind of see them like boring. And
I can see though a guy coming in and sweeping her, it's like, and going in getting her. You know what I mean? She's the only
one trying. I don't know.
blonde in the house, like, and she's gorgeous. Like, I can imagine someone that is her perfect type will just come in and try to get her. And he doesn't have that much game to keep her, I don't think.
No, yeah, I don't think he'll fight hard enough. If she's like trying to go, and he's not really fighting, then yeah.
That's my prediction, but not with the next people that they have coming in. I don't remember what they look like right now, but I don't remember.
I thought it was 4 boys, but I think it's only 2.
I only saw 2, if I'm not crazy.
Yeah, only 2. So that they barely showed them.
Do you think that Caitlyn knew that Justine was kind of talking to Trey?
Yeah. Yeah. And what happened? Sorry, what was it?
I said I know that she wants to stay, so like I'm just kind of irritated because like there is a code thing, and I know Caitlyn wants to stay, and it's still in like everybody's in the get to know you stage, but like why is it that she is having respect for Carrington and the new girl and like all the other couples that are equally as new as Justine and Trey could be, but she's like going in for Trey? You know what I mean? Like, why isn't she allowing that to grow? It just seems a little bit self-centered, you know? And I know she wants to stay in the game, so I kind of get it. But then I also kind of think like, man, like this girl, like let her have like her little fling right now and see what happens, you know? But she's
sorry, give me 1 second. There's someone at my door.
Random.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm sorry.
So what else happened? So Trey and Justine, I feel as though, you know, she's kind of worried about how she and Trey are interacting and stuff like that. And then she knows that Caitlyn is hot on her heels about like wanting to pursue someone. And obviously because she wants to, you know, stay within the villa or in the hotel or casino, like she is going to fight for the person that is most likely able to be swayed. And so I feel that as Justine is a Pisces, I feel as though, you know, she's just kind of going to be kind of moody about it. And I don't know if that's going to resonate with Trey. Sagittarius usually don't like to be kind of caged in. They like to roam free. All the Sagittarius men that I've known have usually been very, we'll say polyamorous, we'll say, didn't necessarily want to be confined to a relationship. Definitely a free spirit, spread the love. They love to be the unicorn in couples relationships. For the people that I've met, I'm sure there's millions, billions of Sagittarius that are very like loyal and like love to be in committed relationships. But the ones I've met, I can understand that they like to be a little more free spirited, you know, share that fire and share that passion. So I'm worried that because Justine is coming from a little bit more of a moody and kind of like a sensitive kind of position, that it's not going to really turn on, we'll say, Trey. Caitlyn is going to be a little more easygoing. She's going to be a little bit more friendly, a little more flirty. Like Aries are just, they're not Aries, sorry, Gemini. They love information. They're like the gossips. They're just like the, you know, dates lots of people and just like are everywhere. And they're just very social. And that is going to vibe, in my opinion, better with a Sagittarius who doesn't want to be caged in. So I'm worried that because Justine is emotional, she might push away Trey a little bit. And I don't know if he's going to be willing to put in the time right now and choose her. So I know that Brazil thinks that she's going to choose Justine, but I don't know. I'm getting worried that that is not going to be the case.
So sorry. This guy from the census 2020 came to my door.
Oh, really? I don't answer my door, so.
Like, oh my God, I've been avoiding him for months. No, I had to go outside. Sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I just talked about a little bit more about how, Justine was kind of being a little bit pouty with Trey. I mean, this kind of stuff. And it's just.
But he was being kind of weird with her.
Right. Yes, he was, I guess. But it's not, in my opinion, the way to work with a Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I was saying that all the Sagittarius men that I know, they don't want to be caged down. They want their freedom. They're usually the unicorn in a couple relationship. They come in for the fun. They're usually in romantic settings, not very locked down from my experience. Obviously, I was mentioning also that there's millions of people that are not this stereotype, but from
right.
what I noticed, that they like to be free with their sexual expression. And so Gemini,
Fair.
It's going to be gossipy and flirty and around and all over the place and not very committed in that way. They're just kind of light. And so
lighthearted. Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously anything's possible. Anybody can get together. Anybody can be in a committed relationship.
Do you have a friendly bet?
Okay. Friendly just means free, or friendly means something?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Think about it, because we'll find out shortly who is right.
Yeah. Well, we have PayPal, so maybe we could just do I don't know, $5, something silly. Or yeah, enough for a bottle of wine.
You can get a bottle of wine for $5?
No, but I was just thinking something cheap. Well, you actually can. You can get $2 Chuck at Trader Joe's. Not the greatest, but it'll do the job.
But I'd be sponsored by $2 Chuck if you want to throw us some more.
No, I prefer Josh. It's $10 US. So
okay, 10 US is our bet on whether or not I want to be with you though, because he might take the moralistic choice.
I think you're. I don't know. I'm they're either setting her up, like we talked about last episode, to just kind of be America's favorite. Oh my God. So sorry. Nala. I cannot handle this right now. Nala, stop.
All good, man. Dogs bark.
So, like we were saying in the last episode, Nala, come here. It's okay. Come here. Come here. Like we were saying, come here. The last episode about so embarrassing. I'm a mess right now. How they kind of can spin her to be America's favorite. So I'm why would they show all this? I don't know. It makes me that's what makes me kind of think that Nala, stop. It makes me kind of think that she might go home just because they're being so nice to her in the edit.
Unless it's not that she goes home, but that she becomes single in the villa.
Yeah, because that was one thing I wrote down in between because I couldn't tell, but the hashtags in the text, it said and risk or have the chance of going home if you're not coupled up. So it didn't say you're going home. It said have the chance of. So
yeah, I think they would just be single in the villa. Those 2 new guys are going to come in, and that will be the choice, and then it will be a guy.
Yeah, because that wouldn't really make sense, right? If 2 new guys came in and there was 5 couples, then that would have to break up 2 of the existing couples already. It's usually there's 1 extra and then 1 couple gets broken up.
Exactly. So
or it doesn't.
So which makes me believe that from the 2 people, oh no, there was a mixed black guy, wasn't there? And a white guy?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was, but he wasn't white.
Ethnically ambiguous.
Yeah. So my favorite.
To believe that maybe Justine would be, not in a couple. You know what I mean? If it was 2 white guys, yeah. I would say 100% Caitlyn would be the one but the fact that there's somebody that's mixed race or like ethnically ambiguous, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. But I'm gonna just hold to it. I'm just gonna go with the elements and not with the editing of the show. I'm gonna say that I feel as though Trey is more attracted to Caitlyn and is going to choose her in this situation. Because I don't even think that they've kissed, Justine and him, correct? Other than the kiss and the kiss on the forehead, and she's like, I love kisses on the forehead.
I don't think, no, they haven't had like a full-on kiss. But, and even when Caitlyn, I put that under mug off, like Caitlyn talking to Trey, it didn't seem genuine at all. It was like her last ditch effort to go for like the one guy that's like not really paired with anyone. She did know that he was like thinking about Justine. But then that's also another mug off I wrote, that Caitlyn told Justine that she's not interested in Trey. So basically, so the timeline was like Caitlyn talked to Trey about, possibly working something out or like potentially like trying, I don't know, I think just trying to stay there. And then Trey pulled Justine aside and said, like told her everything, kind of like, I am kind of attracted to Caitlyn, but I'm also attracted to you. Like he was just like straight up with her. And then Justine and Caitlyn talked the next day, and Caitlyn's like, oh, I'm not attracted to him. Like, I love the way Justine played it, though, because she was just like, yeah, I'm really feeling Trey. Like, she didn't ask, from what they showed, she didn't ask her, like, do you want Trey? Like, you know what I mean? She was just, like, saying how she felt about Trey. And then I think Caitlyn just kind of said, like, she's not interested. So that I put that as a mug off, because I was like, girl, you were just trying to get him last night. But
I think that she's also trying to save face in case Trey doesn't choose her. Like, she doesn't want to look like she tried too hard, and she basically get pied twice. Like,
so how did you feel about Moira interjecting?
Well, I was very surprised by all this.
And Mackenzie was team Justine, and then Moira was team Caitlyn. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it made sense to me who would be team with whom, obviously.
What's Mackenzie again? Because I don't peg her to be close with Justine, but she has been. I forget what she is.
Oh, what her sign?
Yeah.
Leo.
Oh, okay. I get along with Leo.
I mean, I love Leos too. Another fire sign, so not necessarily going to go along with water that well, but not.
Yeah, I was like, woof. I was pissed when I saw Moira do it, but then I was so happy when I saw Mackenzie. Mackenzie actually had an argument, I feel.
I don't remember this. Should I write it down and just forget?
It showed Trey cooking brekkie, and then Moira was there, and she was like,
on for sure. Well, no, wait, for Jeremiah cooked breakfast for
Rachel. For Rachel, yeah. I put that crack on. That was cute. I put like all the couples that are cooking for each other, I put crack on. No, but Trey was like making something for brekkie, and then Moira was like, so what are you going to do? And then she was like, well, I don't want to tell you what to do, and then she kind of told him that she felt that Caitlyn and him both deserve to be there and find someone, et cetera, et cetera. And then she's like, sorry, I didn't make that any easier for you, did I? And then he goes and eats, and he's sitting with like Connor and Mackenzie, and then Mackenzie just kind of tells him the same things that I've been saying about her, just that she has potential, like, she's more than surface level kind of thing.
Like, and I totally agree with you with Justine and him. I just don't know if he's enough of a formed player to be able to not resist the temptation, because in my opinion, Caitlyn exudes a lot more sex appeal than Justine. I think Justine's beautiful, and I'm sure she's very sexy, but like Caitlyn kind of exudes it a little bit more. And so if he's kind of going with attraction, as I think you even mentioned, I think that might be hard to resist, considering he's A, still quite young, and B, I don't even know if he's ever been in a committed relationship, because he's always been a player. So
college athlete, all that. Well, is that crack on or mug off for the other couples interjecting?
I mean,
because Moira and Caitlyn were just saying that they can't be there without each other, oh gosh, Moira's Pisces and Justine's Pisces. It's funny. Yeah, so she's like, she can't be there without Caitlyn. And so like her and James are total team Caitlyn and like, let's wear pink tonight for her. Like, we'll tell everyone to wear pink. I'm like, I don't know. And even Caitlyn said, she was like,
I'm team Sally, Johnny, Justine, and Trey. I am for that team. I would love for Justine to, get the guy in this situation. I just don't think that that's going to happen. But I think she's going to be single in the villa. And I wouldn't be surprised if Caitlyn was more attracted to one of the new people that came in and then Justine became like a solid seconds kind of thing. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
I wouldn't be surprised if Trey goes home either. Like, not this week, but maybe next week.
I don't think he's going to make it to the end. No.
No.
He doesn't know
how to. I don't think so either. And I don't even think that like him and Justine should like really date after this. I just want her to stay around.
I know. I have a chance, but maybe this new guy that's coming in might be for her. Like, he just might have a better attitude and like maybe their signs are going to be more compatible. Who knows?
That's the one thing I think Johnny or one of the boys said. He was like, I want Justine to stay, but I don't want her to get hurt again. Like basically saying that they were he was unsure if even if Johnny did pick her, would he like leave her later? Like I think that's kind of what he was insinuating. So
So Rachel and Jeremiah kind of doing a little bit of kissing and stuff. I can't watch it. I feel like he's too young for me to watch him kiss. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then he has this like a Cheshire grin after. I mean, he's so cute, like, but he seems 17 to me, and so I feel it's inappropriate.
Like out of the typical, like stereotypical, like movie, he'd be like the goofy one in the friend group, like the young, funny, goofy one that like, I don't know. It's just, it's adorable, but not
more like hot. Here. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to see this, honey. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's what they're going for with Love Island, like me feeling like I'm watching my son make out.
Yeah, and I don't know. I forget how old. I mean, I know Rachel's young, but I think that's all. If she was on his level, I think the way she acted, like how like same personality, because I think she's younger than him. Then it would make more sense. But I feel like she kind of carries herself much differently. But it's cute. I mean, he made her breakfast, and I was like, okay.
I like him. I like them. I'm a little bit uncomfortable by any sexuality that's going on between them.
Yeah.
Like he seems too young for me. But like, that's what whenever it's like, oh, like I love younger guys. I'm like, no, you can't. They're too young. It's not my thing. But I like him. I like her, and I hope the best for that. Wish the best for them.
Yeah, they're fun. I think they should stay on the show just for like entertainment purposes. But
so, is this a crack on or mug off when Carrington and Kirsten are drinking the wine from the bicep? Do you remember?
I think it's and then I think that's pretty normal for them. I think I wouldn't expect anything less.
I've done that before. Did you think the producers got them to do it, or did they know to do it? Like, hey, I got a good idea.
I think that's like a move of Carrington's. Like, I think he was like I'm sure he's done that at like college frat parties. I don't know. I see that as being something totally Carrington, and then she's just down for the ride.
Yeah, I mean, if someone dared me to do that too, like I would do it as well. I just thought it came out of nowhere that like they're trying to.
Oh no, he reminds me of. Yeah, guys would definitely do that in college. I feel like that's a Carrington thing.
Absolutely.
So mug off. Anything Carrington's mug off.
Well, but also it was a mug off. Was their entire interaction like, oh, I find you so sexy, and like are you like, I don't know. It's just
I wrote down that she doesn't even look at him when he's talking. Like, he's like, I don't know. I always look at body language, and like he's totally facing her, and like she's literally just like looking up or like looking around, like not really engaging with him much. Just like, yeah, I feel the same. I'm like, oh. I don't know.
I feel like everybody is playing like they're in like a long-term relationship with their girlfriend, and it's been day 4, and so it seems to me really forced and really like it's I think that that's maybe where the discomfort is coming in. Maybe it's because of their age that they don't really know how to feel like be natural in like their pursuit, but I just feel like it's just very uncomfortable to watch.
Well, and I think too, because the majority of them, like 90% of them, are comfortable with another, like, you know, as a couple. But you've seen it time and time again. Once one couple starts to have problems, then it kind of starts to break off into the other ones. They're like, well, wait, should I be questioning things? So right now, I think it's a honeymoon phase for everyone.
Well, and
but they
does something weird. Like she kisses for a second, then she's like, okay, like just like stops like out of nowhere. It's like,
yeah, I find them a bit intriguing.
Word.
Or
Very
intriguing.
word. So also awkward. Okay, is this a crack on or mug off? But when Moira and James are talking about the number 2 story, like,
oh my god, he was like,
I've been
I
there.
don't know why they keep just stop. I would literally have told him that night, don't ever talk about it again. Like never be spoken of.
Doesn't he remember that this is national television, it's being broadcast on? And like I know that everything that she said is supposed to be fair game and she signed her life away or whatnot, but like just to pull her over to have a chat and be talking about this story that I think is quite mortifying. I don't see anybody really wanting to discuss it again with their love interest.
And he it like endearing almost. I refused to see it in the episode where it aired, and you said that he was like thought it was cute or whatever, and then last night I was like, oh my god, he actually does. What the fuck? I would be no. And
then they kissed after, and like it was pretty like I'm just this is too much for me. And like I didn't really enjoy that whole scenario. For me, that was a mug off. I don't know. I didn't like it. It was gross.
Mug off.
This time at night, pretty much everybody that was in a couple, other than Justine no, they weren't in a couple right now because there's Jeremiah, but they're all kissing in bed and stuff like that. So people are seeming to get close, but I feel like only Johnny and Sally are the 2 that I feel like it's genuine or like just like relaxed. Like it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't seem weird.
Yeah, no, I wrote down that Connor and Mackenzie were actually kissing in bed.
I saw that. I don't know.
But it was like a little snippet, but I was like, okay, so they've kissed, like mental note. But yeah, no, I think you're right. Like, I think Johnny and Sally are actually just very, crack on for their little dance.
Oh my god, their handshake and like, yeah, and loved it. And it goes and picks her up after like, I thought it was super cute. And
yes.
About that, well, I was smiling.
They seem the most genuine. Like they seem to like genuinely enjoy being around each other. They kind of have the same humor, like she said. She kind of feels like a little schoolgirl around him, and like, I don't know. It's so cute to me.
Just thumb, pinky, point. I was like, oh, that's so cute though. Like thumb, pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that. And creating those little moments, like, is a way to start bonding with somebody without it just being like making out in bed. Like, you know, this is a part of your relationship now. Like you'll always have that little thing no matter what happens. You know what I mean? So I
can't imagine any of the other couples really like dancing or doing like being like that really without it being like a competition or a game. Like that was just like them sitting in bed with each other. Like, let's do a handshake. And then it turned into, what's that movie? I don't even know what the movie's called, but yeah, I don't know. It was just, it seemed so natural and so unplanned.
Wait, who that? Who kissed somebody's sweaty neck?
Oh, what's her name? Kirsten. Carrington cooked for Kirsten, like Brecky, and then she kissed his neck, and she was like, "Oh, sweaty," and he's like, "Yeah, I felt you take it right off or something. I don't know." And then that's when they went to their talk after, when I wrote mug off that she was literally just like staring off in the distance when he's like telling her how he feels, even though it was like, yo, I like you. She's like, yeah, I'm down. I like you too.
I mean, one part that I thought was funny though, just before that, was Sally. I think that all the girls were chatting. I can't remember exactly the setup, but she's trying to figure out Johnny's size.
Oh yeah, yep.
Correct.
And then
Find out.
and then I know, right? Please, just don't tell me. It'll make me want him more.
Oh.
No, but then that's Moira and James. She was like, you have a big personality. And then yeah, and but then she was like going around and like flaunting that, and I'm like, just shut up. And then she was like telling everyone.
Well, they also talk a little bit later in the episode about like going to second base, and like that's what she's told the people and the girls in the villa. But she also said that she wanted to slow down. So, yeah. What do you think? Do you think that James is going to react well to that, or no?
No. No. I wouldn't know what to say, but after hearing him talk to Kirsten, and just about how he's like very outgoing, like kind of free-spirited, and Moira's more shy, reserved, and I saw how interested he was in Kirsten. I got a little nervous for a second, but that he was going to go for her instead of Moira. But yeah, so I think he's going to be like, when in Rome, like, why not? Like, everyone else is going to be doing it. Like, I think everyone's kind of waiting for one person to do it, and then it kind of makes it okay for the rest. But I would at least want to wait until they go into their own little suite or whatever, you know, not, I mean, the UK is wild. Like, they just don't care. They're doing it all next to each other.
No, they don't. But
yeah.
Different in the States for sure.
They're definitely, I feel like, setting the tone.
Yeah, I feel like that Moira is gonna get dumped. I do. Eventually.
I think so. I found it weird that he, like, this episode, he's so like isn't obsessed with Moira when it. Are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm not answering that.
Oh my god! Answer like the door.
All of a sudden, I have visitors.
It's so awkward though. Like I really
she didn't even bark because she can't even fucking hear that.
I mean, you can tell though. Maybe that's scary. Hopefully,
yeah, it's weird. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know where I was talking about. I think she'll get dumped for sure. Oh, I thought it was weird that he was like hesitant about Kirsten, and then the next episode he's like all about Moira, and I was like, oh, you're kind of weird, dude. I mean, I've always thought he was a little off, but I don't think his intentions are.
Unless he's trying to win, he might try to go take Moira to the end, because Moira's not the type of girl necessarily that's going to have all the guys after her. She's beautiful, but
she'll go home. I feel like she will never go after another guy, but if he goes after another girl, she'll just kind of fade back and go home.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sad about. She's not very exciting.
This might be awkward. The Pisces might not be able to contend with like these fire signs.
Justine, I don't like Moira as a Pisces. I don't want to associate myself with
that. So what was it going to be? A crack on or mug off? Justine boxing with Trey and the hip thrusts.
Crack on.
You're into that.
I thought that was cute. They didn't care. They were just out there. Everyone was watching. I was like, get it.
Like, who needs to be? I just want to put some added pressure on like her thighs, so there's a bit of resistance.
I mean, yeah, he's like a tool for that, but she went along with it. But yeah, that makes me not like him as much. But I think I liked that Caitlyn was there. She saw it, panned to her, looking at them.
I mean, that's probably why Justine did it, was so she could like be like, yes. But like, I would have had to make a joke about that. Like, it's too awkward and like.
Yeah, I don't. Did she go into DR talk like saying like she loved it or anything? I don't remember. I hope not. Let's pretend she didn't. But I mean, I liked I think that was a quiz question. Like, rank their workouts from like best to worst, and I think the hip thrust got worse.
It was just awkward, but I think it was a good tactic. So I'm gonna give it a crack on, just because, like, that's pretty ballsy of her to do. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And I was surprised she went along with it, but I was happy she did.
Yeah, so I get a
She
crack
put
on.
herself out there.
Slightly creepy.
Yeah. And they
How
can't share a bed. So they can't share a bed. So, that was another thing I wrote down as a question for you. Crack on or mug off the sleeping arrangement rules.
I think it's a crack on because
You too.
it's part of like the show format so that like you will have to make decisions if you want. Like if you know that you could still sleep with the person that you want to sleep with, like you might not do the breakup, you might not do this or that. So I think that the living conditions is another part of like another character in the story. Like no one sometimes like, oh, I'm gonna sleep out on the day bed if like they have like a bit of a breakup. Like I don't know. I just think that it's part of the Love Island journey, and so I say crack on for it because I think it does help create drama.
I do too. And I think it makes them want each other more. Like especially when they're sleeping next. Like I love Caitlyn and Carrington. I love Caitlyn and Carrington sleeping next to each other. I think it's hilarious.
Absolutely. Like
she the announcer tried to make a funny joke, but I didn't even understand what he said. But he's like, if I had to sleep like that, I would need, I don't know, he'd need some
because
massage.
was sleeping on his back just like at the edge of the bed.
Yeah, and she just had her back to him, like, nope.
What I thought was really cute was Johnny giving the boys a fade. Jeremiah, nice sweet fade. But then also talking about the love triangle between, you know, Trey, Caitlyn, and Justine. Was this a mug on or a crack on or mug off for you?
I put crack on for both, like how the girls were at the pool talking about their situation and then the boys were doing their own thing talking about their situations, because the boys I think will be more real with each other, obviously, and I think surprisingly some of the guys had some decent insight into, you know, some of the relationships. So I thought that was kind of refreshing, and obviously Johnny was a star, so I was thrilled.
We also see the girls were in different swimsuits, and I thought this round of swimsuits was better than the previous.
They were better.
Oh, that one's cute. That's interesting. So maybe
they're waiting for the finale for like the, you know, good ones.
I would have brought like 30 fire swimsuits. Like there would be not one dud in that suitcase.
A whole suitcase of swimsuits, because you could fit so many of them in.
Absolutely. And I would make sure that like at least swimsuit could be part of like my outfit, so that like, you know what I mean? Like I would definitely have taken an opportunity to have a way better swimsuit wardrobe than it seems like these women have. But I like that this round was better. So I'll say crack on to a new round of swimming costumes, as they say in.
I had a crack on for you.
What?
That there was shade in the morning.
I saw that.
I was like, yeah, I was like, okay, at least there's shade at some point in the day. And I think that's when they go out and do the workouts. So I think like they go out in the morning, have breakfast, do, you know, gym, tan, laundry, and then in the afternoon is when they kind of just like lounge around and sweat to death.
I was listening to Rob's podcast. They did episode 1 and 2 of Love Island. And that was the first thing that well, not the first thing, but Rob was like, someone's going to get heat stroke. Like, there's no shade. Like, where's the cooling area? And so I thought I was just being a little bit like, you know, you make sure you get your sunscreen on. But no, it's definitely something that other people are like feeling a little bit uncomfortable by. Like, it's a lot
it's still like any scene that they had of the guys, especially, they're just foreheads completely drenched. Even at nighttime. So I wouldn't care. I wouldn't, if I was a guy, I would not be wearing a full suit at night. I'd be wearing just no shirt, shorts, whatever.
Absolutely. Like, yeah.
Who cares?
Sweaty. I would just like not be wearing very many clothes at all. Like
definitely no like actual shoes either. Like, why not flip flops? Like, having your feet hot is gonna make you hot so fast.
Woo! Socks?
Yeah. Well, yeah. All of them wearing like socks and dress shoes. No, thank you.
Well, they have it right in the UK. Like they do wear pants, stuff like that. Like I know they're in Mallorca, so it's not necessarily going to be as hot as Vegas is in August. But like they wear like lighter, like loafers with no socks. Like they wear a little more summery attire, I find.
Well, and I feel like they're next to the ocean, so and the temperature isn't as drastic as it is like in Vegas. It's near water, so it's like regulated. So I feel like they have at least have a breeze, maybe. Even if it's humid, like they're way better off than
Yeah,
rooftop of Vegas.
that must be so hot and uncomfortable. So, is this a crack on or mug off? Kirsten can't wait to jump into bed with Carrington.
Like if the name Carrington is in a sentence, it's gonna be mug off for me.
It's
I literally could care less about the two. I think, and I thought it was weird. What did you think about Caitlyn kind of calling her out in like the girl session in the pool? She was like, "You seem to like more mature guys," and then all the other girls kind of came to her defense and were like, "Well, you know, Love Island's for trying like new things or things you wouldn't normally do outside of here."
For me, that whole scene, because like someone else was saying that Mackenzie was piping in being like he's completely different than like, so I feel like all the girls that said something are making excuses as to not actually being attracted to these people and is just working on it because they're on Love Island when really
I just thought it was weird that Caitlyn was like trying to, I don't know if she was trying to save her from Carrington. I was trying to figure out like, did she have good intentions with like saying that to her, or does she want?
I don't think she wants Carrington back. I think that she's.
No.
I think she might be being a little bit catty, like just being like, you like him, like you're just faking it just so you can stay here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think
maybe
was Johnny and Sally the other people that were talking about that? Johnny being different? Yeah, I think Sally was talking about that. But
she was saying that like boys back home are nothing like Johnny. Like she never tried to go for anyone like him, and I don't know what she meant by that. Like I don't know if she meant looks wise, personality wise, age wise, whatever. But she said that he's completely different from any guy that she's used to.
Who I feel as though actually likes Johnny. The other two, so Kristen and Mackenzie, I feel like they're like, oh, they're so different from my normal type. But I think that they're trying to convince themselves that they like them. But I do feel like Sally is enjoying getting to know Johnny. I think that's genuine.
That's the only couple that and James and Moira, maybe they're just like weird enough for each other. But yeah, it's only a couple where I'm like, I think it's legit.
So the boys come out with their haircuts. I thought they were cute. Like, that's the one thing that I like about Love Island in the UK. I talked about it a little bit before, is that there's like a lot of these boy bonding stuff and like they do silly things. And so I like this group of guys seem to be better at doing it. It doesn't seem as false as maybe last season. I guess there's just more camaraderie and like, I don't know, they just have a better bromance than they did, in my opinion, last season.
Which I wasn't expecting, but I was happy to see it.
Me too. But okay, crack on or mug off when James walks over and kisses Moira in the front of the girls, like before the haircut part.
That's the part that weirded me out because like the day before he's talking to Kirsten, like telling her how Moira is not his type, not his type, but just like opposite of him and not someone he typically would go for, and that he liked talking to Kirsten and that she's beautiful. And then he's like, I don't know, in my head I immediately thought he saw Carrington and Kirsten like hitting it off the night before and was like, okay, I'm gonna solidify this with Moira. And I thought it was a little transparent and I didn't like it very much, but she's not gonna do anything about it, so.
No, she won't at all. Okay, what was this for you? Crack on or mug off? The Caesar's Palace advert that comes in the middle of the episode.
That was so weird.
It was weird, hey?
I wonder I forget what hotel Dre's. Is Dre's the hotel?
Trey.
I know Dre's the nightclub, but I don't know what hotel it's at.
Oh, if I saw the strip, I would be able to tell. Is it?
Let me see. I'm gonna look if it's in Caesar's Palace. then okay, I can see where it's coming from. But if they're filming on another hotel and then advertising a different hotel, it's kind of.
I mean, I guess it must. I just don't remember Dre's being at Caesar's Palace, but maybe it could be.
Let's see.
I've been to the Strip in a while, but
it's the Cromwell Hotel.
what's that?
I've never even heard of that. I've been to Dre's, but I don't even know.
What's it beside on the Strip?
Well, I know in the background I can see Treasure Island.
Okay, so it's right there, like by Paris and like Harrah's and like.
It's probably, yeah. It must be like behind, like probably not directly on the Strip, but behind it, or.
So like kind of where like not Bally's, where what's the one that's far, like the Rio,
like where they have like the Marriott, like they have like a really big Marriott back there too, like just right off the Strip, like the block right behind it. I don't know. I had no idea. Yeah, so definitely cheesy because they're not even promoting their own hotel. I don't know. They got to figure something else out. It just seemed it wasn't even like they didn't even show a picture of Caesar's Palace. It was just like a weird, is he kidding? Is he not kidding?
Well, no, there was like a bit of like some, like it didn't.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, they did show the hotel, but outside it was very goldy looking. I've obviously walked through through Caesar's Palace, but anyways, I just thought it was just so, I mean, I'm happy that he made fun of the fact, like, and a random advert coming right in here, like, good. But it was a random, like, advertisement that just I was not expecting. I'm going to say that's a mug off from me.
Agreed.
So that's when Jeremiah was cooking for Rachel. Cute. Crack on. I loved Justine's purple outfit with purple scrunchie. Her outfits are fire. Obviously I love, bike shorts, like combo, but the matching scrunchie is fire. Like it's so cute.
Mm-hmm. I love it. And that's one thing I've noticed too, like all the girls' morning outfits or like their workout outfits are like biker shorts, sports bra, like they all kind of have the same style, which is funny. I don't know.
Right now, to be fair.
Huh?
Like biker shorts and like a baggy.
Oh yeah, no, but I just wouldn't think if I was going to like bring that for my morning outfit. Like I would think like I don't know, yoga pants and I don't know, but
no, that's what I would bring.
Yeah, like so I'm like, how do they all get that memo? I know they're in, but like, how did they all get that memo?
That or I'd wear like maybe shorts that were shorter than that, but I'd probably still wear like a crop top and.
Yeah. But no, I love. But that was her sad outfit. She was like, she woke up. She was like, well, he even came over and said like good night to me, and so then I was wondering if he had a dream and was like, I hate her. I was like, oh my god. But I think he had just had the talk with the boys too. Not that morning, but I think he realized like, shit, today's the day kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to decide between the two. So I don't think he was being intentionally like standoffish to her. I think he was just trying to not lead her on in case he did decide to pick Caitlyn. But they didn't show any interaction with him and Caitlyn. So I have no idea, what.
I mean, but at least it's only been 4 days, and I'm feeling as though, regardless of which girl, like I think that Caitlyn will handle it better than Justine.
Yeah.
I'm feeling as though I think that Trey's going to choose Caitlyn, and that Justine is going to have an opportunity to go on the dates with the two new guys.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said before, I don't think any guy is really on her level there anyway, and even the guys know it, so. Wouldn't be the worst if he didn't pick her.
I did find it interesting that Johnny and Carrington were discussing like Trey's decision and stuff like that. I'm like, I feel like Carrington shouldn't have an opinion or something. I don't know. I wouldn't.
No, not at all. That's why. I think the guy said something funny about like, here we go on these two's opinions or something. He made like some joke about like their opinions not really mattering, but like we're gonna listen anyway. But yeah, it was pretty irrelevant. I don't anything involving Carrington. I'm not.
He's not going to stick around. Kirsten's going to be swept up by some other guy. Just like
she was looking at him like Sally was looking at Johnny, but she's just. I think she's just so used to the attention and so used, like you can tell, like it's just, like I wonder if she's ever really been interested. I think she just really kind of likes the attention, and
I think she chose a guy that she thinks is attractive, and like isn't really in a couple.
Yeah. I mean, I we'll see if who knows, maybe one of these new guys too will. If Carrington goes home, that'd be fucking phenomenal.
I mean, that's a possibility. If I don't remember the other guy though, if he was good or not.
He didn't. One of them. The only one I remembered, I was like, no, unless Dominic, he's got a killer personality. Huh?
Dominic, your dad?
What?
Dominic. So anyways, Dominic says, you get it.
Hold on. I was like, my brother's name is Dominic, and then so you said I was like, wait, what?
You get it, fam. I
was like, wait, what is she talking about?
Like, hey, bro, I didn't know you had a brother. I saw that he subscribed, but I just assumed it was like your dad or something like that. So he said, go get him.
Oh, he's talking to you right now?
Yeah, he's on the chat.
Oh, I thought you were kidding. Oh, hi, Dom.
Yeah, so you got
I used to call him Dom Kick growing up because I couldn't say Dominic, so I'd say Dom Kick.
So cute. Dom Kick. When's his birthday?
Dom.
When's his birthday?
September 29th, 93.
Oh, so he's also Libra, like my two nemesis.
He's a cool Libra.
His birthday is Pez.
Wait, so my dad's September 21st. So is he Libra too?
Oh, he might still be a Virgo.
My dad's a Virgo?
I think it changes on the 22nd.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I think Michael Pez is September 28th or 29th, one of the two. And the other one is October 12th.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
You do love Libras, so these are the first encounters of Libras that aren't really working well.
My brother's a cool Libra.
Yeah. I usually get along with Libras. I like dating Libras. I usually find them super funny. Like they like the things that I like. They usually like relationships. Like they're good for me usually, but maybe in the hetero sense more so. Maybe. So do you have any crack-ons or mug-offs that we didn't talk about?
No, I put Moira getting involved with Trey to keep Caitlyn as a mug off, but then I wrote that down, but then it showed Mackenzie going to bat for Justine, so I was like, okay, it balanced out. But I don't know. I just hope that they're not influenced heavily by their peers, because I think their peers have ulterior motives. The girls especially, they obviously like one wants to keep Justine because that's her bestie, and the other one, you know what I mean? Like, I hope he's not too influenced by.
He's going to be swayed by.
What?
His loins. I think he's going to be swayed by his loins.
Yeah.
And I don't
you're right.
He's sexually attractive in the same way to Justine yet. I think it would be a slow growth in that direction. And I do think that he's already kissed Caitlyn. And remember, I've said before, what I learned, if the kiss ain't great, legs don't separate. But in that same vein, if they haven't kissed and he doesn't even know if he wants to sleep with her, I think that's problematic for him wanting to pursue it potentially. Not saying that people need to kiss to be able to like hold a man or any of that, but I'm saying in like the context.
But in this situation, it's
he kind of knows
necessary.
It has the sexual attraction to Caitlyn, and I don't know if he has that feeling or that vibe for her yet, because they haven't crossed that line or that boundary at all yet. So unless they kiss and like we haven't seen it yet, and they really vibe in that way, I don't think that he would be willing to keep her around right now if he's vibing the kiss with Caitlyn.
I agree. I think this whole episode is gonna
You'll
be
still get the $10, I hope.
your wine. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think this episode, because I know that they have like a cocktail party before their recoupling ceremony, so hopefully we see a little bit of anything. If I don't see them kiss, if they don't kiss during the cocktail ceremony, then I think he'll for sure pick Caitlyn.
Yeah, they'll have to kiss for sure.
But I think Justine will kiss him before. I think she will for sure.
She has
I think
to.
she knows she has to.
I'm sure like Sally will like pump her up, you know? Just do it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, the girl power is pretty decent. I like that the girls are but none of them are really fighting over anyone. And even Caitlyn said, she's like, I think most people are Team Justine, which is fine. Like, she's great, but I don't want everyone to be Team Justine. And I was like, fair. But
so we'll see. Also before you were talking about the app, are there any other questions that you want to talk about from the app?
Let's see. I think I was, for the majority of them, in the majority of the vote, but let's see. Decisions. Who should Trey pick? 70% said Justine. 29.8 said give Caitlyn a shot. So America's on
I agree with that sentiment, but I think that he's going to choose Caitlyn in for terms of our bet.
I don't know. The way that they're showing like her edits, it's everyone's got to be Team Justine. I mean, they're making her look like an angel. Should Moira see more of James's big personality? 74% said yes, get a girl.
I mean, get it.
I
don't know if I want to see it.
How adorbs is Sally and Johnny's handshake dance? 60% said the most adorable, and the rest were scattered. But
for Sally and Johnny?
For their dance.
Liked it.
Should Rachel put all her eggs in Jeremiah's basket? 52% said yes. 48% said give it time.
Oh wait, she did say she has 8. He has 8 out of 10 eggs in his basket. So okay, he could lose some eggs for sure. I don't see him really going after another girl. I think he's going to go all in on Justine. I mean, on Rachel.
I think so too.
I don't see him really being swayed by anybody else. I don't see him, like, he's a very handsome man, but I don't see him really getting all the girls all the time. And so I think the fact that she's showing him so much attention right off the bat, and like they do seem to vibe and get along, I think he's going to put in the effort to work on her. And I think it would be her that might be swayed to somebody else maybe. But at this point, I feel as though he's all in on her.
I think so too.
And I like it.
I'm not against them, but I just don't think they'll last, but we'll see. Yeah, I think that was the majority of the questions. The other one was about Mackenzie's perm, and I could care less. Who cares? Let the girl do her hair how she wants.
We're gonna watch right now, or in like a little bit, the next episode. What'd you say? I said we're going to be watching the next episode pretty shortly, which is exciting. So we're going to get a resolve of the Trey situation. So we're going to see who wins the money. We're going to see if it's going to be that Caitlyn is kicked off the island, or if she just becomes a single and then gets to go on the date with the 2 new islanders. I'm also going to try to see if I can find the birth signs of some of these new people. I want to be up to date with how their signs are interacting, just their base level signs. Or just if anybody's like, don't get up in arms. This is just a very basic sun sign understanding of people's personalities that's in the forefront, but there's tons of other elements that's going to be influencing things. So it's just basic. It doesn't mean everything for sure.
I have a feeling Kirsten's a Scorpio.
You think so? Scorpio, huh?
Or Sagittarius.
Baby Sag. Does she?
I have no idea what Rachel is.
I feel like Rachel is another Earth sign. So, what's his name? Jeremiah is a Capricorn, which is earthy. So I feel like she'd be earthy as well. Maybe a Virgo, maybe even a Taurus. I don't know if I don't think she's Capricorn, but maybe Virgo. I mean, Virgo's my least favorite sign, or one of my least favorite signs for me. Virgos are amazing. I have a few friends that are Virgos, but part of my chart, Virgo is the most difficult sign for me to understand. And like, I have like a blind spot to understanding Virgo. So one of the reasons why I don't really get along with them, because I don't understand them at all. I'm not on time. I don't like things organized. Like I'm a mess compared to Virgo, and they're organized, and like precision is not me at all. Anyways, I think she's going to be a Virgo. That's my guess.
Let's see. Yeah, and then the new boys too. So hopefully they're not trash.
Hope so. Hope they have good personalities. I hope they're interesting. I want these couples to start developing like Johnny and Sally. Like, I just want it to be real, you know? I like the realness of it. Anyways.
Me too. Right now it's hard to see anyone beating Johnny and Sally. I know it's only going to be episode 4, but unless like other people come in and totally take over, like Johnny and Sally will for sure beat all the other couples right now.
Oh my god, and they're gonna get so famous because like they're just so likable and cute and attractive.
I know, she's from Sac and he's from Virginia, so that couldn't be farther away from each other.
But I mean, usually after these shows air and they get a little bit famous, they're gonna move to Cali anyways. So.
They all move to LA.
Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe I can meet Johnny.
What?
So maybe I can meet Johnny.
Well, I mean, maybe yeah. They moved in together, and they break up, and then he decides to stay in LA, and then he stubs his toe, and he has to go to the hospital, and then you're the nurse that gives him the X-ray, and you'd be like, "Hello, Johnny."
In my wildest dreams, he better not come in for a stub toe though. Like, pussy.
I think I broke it. Just kidding. Well, we can always wishful think here. So do you have anything else you want to add for this episode?
No, I think we covered it all, and I'm really excited. 2 hours and 40 minutes, or 1 hour and 40 minutes before I get to watch it.
Me too. Well, I'm going to see if I can find it right now, but.
Yeah. You can give me spoilers. It's okay.
Okay. Well, if people.
Bye, Mom, if you're still watching, I love you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Never met you before. What do you want to talk about? Come chat with us. If people want to find you online, where can they find you and how?
At BabyZill on Instagram, or at Zildo Brocco on Twitter, but it's all Big Brother content. Lots of Janelle and Kaser retweets.
Oh my god, there's so much Janelle and Kaser on my feed. Like, it's the only thing.
My cover photos, Janelle in her star costume with her Louboutins.
I love that. I love that shot. She's so fire.
She's just like doesn't give a fuck. Just.
I need to actually go and stalk her Instagram or something right now to see if she has any comments. She definitely did an interview on. Well, I'm assuming she did an interview on Rob as a podcast today because they're.
I was gonna look for it.
Interviews, yeah.
Would it be in the morning updates or
separate? So it would be a separate interview. I'm not sure where it is. I'll if you don't find it right away, let me know and I'll see if I can track it down for you.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna watch that.
Yeah, you watch that now, so then you can kill an hour before Love Island.
My super busy schedule.
It's TV watching, mine too. That's all I do. That's all I do. Okay. And like prepare for auditions. Like, I love it. Right. I'm actually loving my quarantine life. It's been a lot of fun. So
I mean, yeah, I would literally be at work 20 minutes into my shift, 21 minutes into my shift. So
yeah, you do 7 to 7?
7 to 7:30, yeah. But I have to leave my apartment at 5:30 to get there at 7. LA girl.
Oh my god, I know, but like even now, like quarantine people, it's still that busy. LA traffic.
Oh yeah, no, there's no quarantine. It like the first 2 months, it was like every day was like driving on a weekend, so there was still like moderate or mild traffic, sometimes moderate, but it's like nothing. No, everyone's back to work. LA is completely open my God, here we go.
Okay, that's our cue. Well, if you're looking for me on social media, you can find me at Fran or at Reality Realness with 3 S's. Twitter at Shan___Fran. At Reality Realness with 3 S's, but no E on Twitter. I don't know. You can find me all over the place. If you want to hear more from me here, make sure you subscribe, please. Make sure you hit the like button if you like this. You know, we got the optics, and then also ring that bell. So every time we go live or we have a new episode of some sort, we will be notifying you. So if you have any shows that you want us to cover, let us know, because we're always looking for more ways to fill up our day with reality television junkie content. I'm thinking of doing a watch of the Paris Hilton documentary. It comes out in September. I'll send you the advert.
On Netflix?
I think it's on YouTube channel or something.
That would be interesting. What was her show with Nicole Richie when they would like go to like the farm and
The Real Life?
Yeah, I used to watch that.
Me too. I mean, it was a little bit problematic if we look at it through today's lens, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed it back then.
Just a tad, but yeah. Oh,
okay. Okay. He doesn't want us to talk anymore. We've been talking all day. Bye.
Oh, God.